The Blues host the Crusaders at Eden Park. That's our big one. Big game coming up Saturday morning. I cannot wait. After what the Crusaders did to my Chiefs last week, this now is just this one is a must support for me for the Blues. I need a Blues jersey. I have a Hurricanes. I don't have a Crusaders. I feel like Crusaders is the only team whose jersey I can't wear. I'm a Chiefs fan, by the way, guys. And yeah, just know I don't like the Crusaders. Yeah, they really just finished me last week. But that game was quite intense in terms of, like, the Crusaders played their first game last week at home. Second game of the tournament, but the first game at home, and conceded 50 points to the Brumbies. So when they came in, I was quite confident. But I think that is where you see the mark of a champion, like a team that can just bounce back at any time. And it's a very weird relationship we have with this team, because there's moments where we just beat them during the regular season, then they always beat us when it matters. So in the finals, we always lose to them. But regular season, we always kind of have their number, right? They'll win one here or there, but we also get ours. So coming into this game, we were the ones who were on top, and I knew we were just going to roll them over. But if there's one thing about this dumb team, is they know when to switch it on. They were 14-0 down at one point, and they just came back 14-14. Then we scored again, but after we scored, then they scored again. Then we scored, then they continued their scoring. So they went on a 43-7 run against us, and they just look so good, man. So good. Before I go into making my prediction, I need to tell you guys how the teams look like. So this is the Crusaders. You have George Bauer at the 1. Cody Taylor is back at the 2. Fletcher Newell at the 3. Then Shalfoon and Jamie Hanna 4-5. Dom Gardner, Blackadder, and Christian Leowili at the 6, 7, and 8. Noah Hotham and Revis Reinhana at the 9 and 10. And then Havili continues at the centers, is the captain of the side, alongside Leicester, Fenga, Anuku. And then the 11, 14, and 15 is Sevuris, Chefi Haki, and Taha Kemara. So Kemara moves to the 15, yeah? Because I don't think he played there last week. I think he played at the 10. Rehana wasn't there. But yeah, team looks really solid, to be honest. Like, having Cody Taylor back, that's a big one for them. Their bench, they have McLeod, they have Tucker, who could be making his debut, a lock. And yeah, team looks really solid. Now, moving on to the Blues. You have Ofatung Nafasi at the 1, Kat Eklund and Marcel Renata 2 and 3. And then Josh Beer and Sam Derry are your locks. 6, 7, 8, you have Torian Barnes, Dalton Papa Ali, who's the captain, and Hoskins Situtu at the 9 and 10. You have Finlay Christie and Perofeta, who continue their partnership. 12 and 13, Peter Aki and AJ Lam. I haven't seen AJ Lam play this season. I guess he's back. And then at the back 3 is Caleb Clark, Kodemeru Vai, and Zan Sullivan. Looking at their bench, I can see they have Bowden Barrett on the bench. He's back. And then Mason Tupaya as well. James Mullen, Sam Matenga, Che Clark, Anton Segner, Tofa Funaki. That's their bench. So looking at those two teams, like, picking against the Crusaders is so difficult. Like, it doesn't make sense. Especially for their performance last week. They're the clear favorites coming into this game. So I'm just going to be here watching. I want the Blues to win. But I think up front, when you look at what the Crusaders have with Shalfoon, Hannah, Gardner, Blackadder, and then Christian Leowili's ball-carrying ability, I find it's difficult for me to say the Blues are going to win this game. I saw what they did last week against the Brumbies. They lost in the last minute. One thing that the Brumbies did really well is they really went at them at the lineouts. And also there's moments where I feel like the Blues just kind of lack concentration. I saw it against the Western Force game. If it wasn't for their great start in the second half, that game was also really on a knife edge, right? But also the wind was right behind them in the second half, so it helped them a lot. But those moments, those lapses of concentration is where Crusaders are just so dangerous. So for this game, I'll go with a reluctant Crusaders win by like 3 points. And I expect them to move to... They are currently sitting at what position? if this thing can load, they're currently sitting in 7th place with 5 points. So, yeah, they need this. And if they win, of course, they move above the Blues. And they'll probably move into 4th place because the Reds won't have played yet. And the Waratahs just lost. So if they win with a bonus point, they could move up ahead of the Waratahs. If they just win, they could move above the Blues into 5th place. So, yeah, this is it's one of those games where I just feel like it's going to be a very dope derby to watch, but Crusaders, man, so hard to pick against you. So I'll go with the Crusaders win.